So, little disclaimer before we get into the Ben Silver episode, which you are going to hear or listen or see. For those who are seeing it, okay, for those who are seeing it, we had a slight technical issue where when the camera gets set up, it slightly starts tilting down so that we just see Ben Silver's chin, who is our guest for today. Yeah, but it's still a good chin. It's a great chin. And one worth watching the whole podcast for, I think. It's a great episode, which I haven't shown Ben. I've shown Harry already, but I did do some AI generated edits of Ben Silver's like chin upwards to see what the results would be. So I'm just going to show these Ben for the first time. There you go. So that's option one.
Yeah,
he looks like
Yeah, I reckon that's passable.
I think it's.
Option two was this, just using his eyes just above the top for the whole podcast.
Oh, it does look like someone's thrown
acid at Ben, doesn't it?
It's a great chin.
He's got a good jawline.
And then we had this one.
He looks like from The Walking Dead. You know, Carl's mate in The Walking Dead, there was like, you made me do this, that guy. That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, that was all right. This one.
That is mad, isn't it?
It looks like someone has like tipped him into a pot upside down.
It's quite like Neanderthal, that one.
For those listening, I do recommend just watching this part. If you know what I mean, because it's just worth it just for these little visuals. And then this one.
That's my favourite one.
That is my favourite one.
Harry. He looks like a man that would represent himself in court. You know what I mean?
It couldn't look less like Ben.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
It looks like you just put someone else's head on it.
Ben doesn't even wear glasses. You know what I mean? And that guy wears glasses, and you know,
he looks like he works at the council, doesn't he?
Yeah, he just looks insane.
Well, yeah. Well, guys, if you are watching, just be prepared for that. But it is also a very good podcast, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just watch it. Enjoy his chin. It's great. Also, before you get into it, we have got a live show as well, which is when?
On the 12th of March, on the top floor at Face Bar. Tickets are selling with £5. £5. What, you know, I think the beer in there is more expensive than the ticket.
Our first live show ever.
Yeah. We'll do loads of good ones, but they'll only ever be the first.
Once.
Exactly. This is the first album.
Yeah.
So come and support us, please. We've got tickets on sale, which you can find in our link tree, top of there. 12th of March. It's going to be like 7 till 10. You know what I mean? It's going to be good. We've got Danny Davis on the couch with us as well.
Yeah. I want our Las Vegas downloader to come watch.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Our regular downloader there.
But you've heard about the live show. Get on it. Tickets are in the link tree, this, that, and the other. But let's get into the podcast. This is going to be All Made Up with Ben Silver. Enjoy.
It's all made up, baby.
Hello and welcome to the All Made Up podcast with me, Harry.
You've got a little bogey there.
Have I?
Yeah.
If anyone zooms in, they'll see that.
If I've not, and that's part of the intro, I'm going to be fuming.
Your breath stinks as well.
Yeah, it does. I've been drinking pond water. Right.
Let's look.
Did you just show me bad breath? You went like, let me have a look. You got bad breath. Showing me bad breath.
Yeah, well, I gone right. I'm just centering ourselves. Okay. Fuck off. I've not got it on me. Hello and welcome to the All Made Up podcast with me, Harry Stachini.
Me, Lewis Coleman.
And me, Ben Hart.
The show where each week a guest joins us in the writer's room to create that story like you and we have never heard before.
Not quite knowing what's around the corner or what we'll find along the way, as this podcast is exactly what it says on the tin.
It's all made up. Fluffed his line.
I fluffed it up.
What did you say?
I said where we create that story.
We'll create that story, not that story.
Yeah. Well, it still makes sense.
Yeah. After 37 episodes, there had to be a dip, boys. And
we're going to create that episode today.
Yeah. I bet if people listening be like fucking distraught that the intro was not what they expect.
There's a guy who said like serious problems going, it's different to what it was like last week.
But I'll probably keep listening to it over and over again.
Yeah.
So it just absolutely rifles the listens and downloads. That's good.
Cheers, Harry.
Apologies for that if I've knocked anyone's confidence if you're listening or watching. I do know what I'm doing. We hope you've had a nice week, day, whatever you're up to, whenever you're listening to this.
Oh yeah.
You could be listening to this in like 2053.
Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's timeless.
Yeah. You downloaded it. You're in your bunker. You know, Russia's completely fucked it for everyone. and you're living off fish food.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon they're like downloading podcasts in 2053 like on a device, or do you reckon it's just like you're just being incubated and you're just sort of finding them with your mind?
I think it's like vinyl.
It's like it's gone back.
Yeah, I think MP3s will be like the equivalent of vinyl, but
and you have to put like a needle on your head.
Yeah. Just download it.
I reckon, it's probably a lot of like voice, even more with like your eyes and stuff. I reckon you just kind of like, you're seeing a lens and you're...
Was I telling you about that Apple Vision, the VR headset, what Apple are bringing out? Where it's like, at the moment you've got them like MetaQuest ones where you've got 2 controllers in your hands and then you sort of move the analog sticks about and then click with the buttons. Right. With the Apple one, imagine you're watching, like you're viewing a website, you move around the website with purely your eyes and that'd like scroll it up and down, and then to click, you just do that with your fingers. You just sort of tap your thumb and your finger together, and that does the click where you're looking in the headset.
That's mad.
How bonkers is that?
That is mad. I put a...
My eyes are so tight.
What's it called? An Oculus, is that what you...
Yeah.
I had one of them on, and a hand, and like the hands and that, and I had to... they were like simulating what a job interview would be like.
Oh, you giggling at the...
Just imagine you simulating something like really boring. like you're simulating like sitting in the front room reading a book.
I thought he said I was stimulating.
Yeah.
I had to go. I had 2 things here.
And then I took the headset off and I was covered in cum. Yeah. No, I wasn't.
My dream came true.
Yeah.
No, I had it on because I went to go and I was looking around Salford Uni actually, and they put it on me and they said,
put it on me.
Yeah. They said
they put the fucking VR on me.
Yeah. They said in a minute you're going to feel quite a fleshy remote. Okay, just familiarise yourself with it. Okay,
brush it up and down.
Yeah. It might get a little bit stiffer the more you play with it. But the main thing is relax. You're going to feel a slight pressure on the back of your head. So no, I had it on, and they simulated a job interview, right? But obviously you're sat across from this AI person, and it like teaches people. Well, I didn't agree with it, but it was like trying to teach people emotional intelligence as well. So you watched, you were in this meeting, and you watched 2 people interact, and you had to click a button when you thought the comments one colleague was making to another was unacceptable,
right?
And it was like reading cues on. Did they just interject too quickly? Have they what's the word? Diminish that person's feelings and things like that. And it's some of it is like proper. Do you ever play that game, LA Noire?
Oh yeah,
right.
yeah.
Do you know when you have to like find the clues?
It was like 3 discs long. That game.
Oh mate, it was. But when they're like, are they lying? And they'd be like, I'd never seen them. Right, and you know what I mean though. And you're watching these 2 people interact, and
was one of them a plumber?
No, it's actually but
Mum was a housewife. yeah. She had the washing machine fixed, but she didn't have any cash.
But you're just watching them interact, and I was thinking, this feels stupid. Like if you just watch normal people, this feels a bit stupid. But the reason they had them as well was because they can show people around buildings that haven't been built yet, so you get the experience. So like parents.
I like how it went from like emotional intelligence to just showing people around the building.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. Like this would look like, and they do it with schools. Like they'll put parents, make them wear the headset, like get it on, and then they show them around. Like this is where your child will be sat in class.
The parents start going like to the classes virtually.
Yeah.
Free education.
Yeah. So I got the attention.
Getting bullied by your mum.
That's funny. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, glad you enjoyed that, Harry.
Yeah. But if you are listening in 2053 and maybe you've got a headset on and you're actually sat on the sofa.
Do you reckon it's this is what I mean? Like obviously, do you reckon we're still using headsets in 50 years?
I reckon.
No, I reckon it's just your eyes. I think.
What you're listening to?
Your eyes. Yeah.
No, ears don't exist.
Surely it's like, is it a helmet you're wearing? Is it just like how are you?
Contacts.
No, I don't think it's that. I think you will plug yourself in. I don't even think you'll see it through your eyes. I think it'll all be through your brain. So it'll be like a dream.
Yeah.
You'll have like a chip.
You know what we could do?
You'll have a chip in your head.
You know what we could do? We could set up one of them 360-degree cameras there.
Yeah.
And do like an episode where listeners are the guest.
Yeah.
So they're like part of the podcast, so it's like they're here, and they're like, bloody hell, he's ugly in real life, even from this angle.
What I'm thinking is, do you reckon, this is what I've just come up with, and this isn't a conspiracy podcast, by the way, I feel like we're going like really like techie and deep on this, but do you reckon...
But I do have a gun under the desk.
And enough food for 3 months.
Do you reckon 50 years time, right, do you reckon this will be a thing? I've literally, it's just coming to my head now, where almost like the Matrix in a way, where you can simulate a life in your head. So time actually feels like it's going a lot slower. It feels like time is going a lot faster in this dream. You're living a life, but you've only like aged a year. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get
Do
what you mean.
you reckon that could be?
Yeah, I agree. I think, next
that-
stage of human evolution is like cyborg, I think. Like
That feels incredibly sad, the idea.
Yeah, like you
of,
could live 100 lives,
Yeah.
but in your head.
Have you ever seen Vanilla Sky?
Great film.
Yeah, similar to that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's that you choose that reality over,
Yeah, really like that film.
But
Yeah.
hopefully that hasn't triggered any of you too much. You've not walked away from the podcast going, they've lost their fucking minds.
It was
on
quite
the-
tech heavy, that, wasn't
Did
it?
I say about when I went to Amsterdam and I got this thing? I'm trying to do it in context first. So I did this gig a couple of years ago it was called a company called Kiru.
Oh, maybe tell me
Remember
about
that?
this,
Yeah, it was like a panel
Crypto.
show. It was like a crypto panel, but they were sponsored by like a sex toy company. So the sex toy company gave us all a gift. Mine was a male masturbator. That
What, like a
connected to-
bloke?
It was called Ian. No, but like
That's funny. Some lad who just got lost in a stag do.
Yeah.
You got to wank Ben off now.
no, and it apparently connected to a VR headset. So that's that next level. But I remember like coming back because I was like, I don't want this. Like I don't want it. Like I do a pretty good job myself.
Yeah.
Saying
Like,
that as you walk closer to it.
Yeah.
Like Austin Powers. It's not mine.
but it was worth like 300 quid. So I was like, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to sell it. I tried selling it a couple of months ago and I got blocked off Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. I remember
Right.
going back to the airport though, and I remember.
Who tried buying it? Harry's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tight, Bastille. Everything's for 20 quid.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, collection only, get fucked.
So I'll bring it round.
If you were selling that, you wouldn't do collection only, would you? I
No.
think you'd send that out.
But I
You
couldn't
wouldn't have
sell
someone
it.
coming to your door.
It's still got cellophane on it. But I remember going through the Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam.
Skipple, yeah.
Yeah, all right, sorry, culture.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's actually a Schiphol.
Yeah, that's just how he reads it.
Yeah,
It's one of the biggest airports in the world for international flights. That.
is it? Oh, but have you been there?
I have been a few times, yeah.
Oh, that's
You've made a few connecting flights there.
Let's talk about it another time. There's a no. I remember going. I only had hand luggage, and I only had the clothes, and I didn't expect to be bringing this. But I remember going through passport control, and it like obviously flagging on there, and the guy was like, "Is it a speaker?" and I, for some reason, I should have just gone, "Yeah," but I went, "No."
In that noise.
yeah, the most suspicious guy ever.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I'm gonna have to open it." And I was like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
And then he opened it and he like held it up in the middle of the airport.
Yeah.
And he went this. He went, "Have a good time," and then put it back in my bag. And no joke, there was a group of nuns.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it like fleshy or what? Like
I never opened it. You can have it if you want.
what does it look like? Like a flashlight,
It looks like a speaker.
but you put your willy in it.
Well, you do that with your own speakers anyway, don't you? But
I just because
Yeah, that is what,
yeah.
yeah, I think I don't. I've never opened it. Honestly, I never opened it.
It's not mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want it?
No, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Does your dad want it?
I'll ask. I'll ask him.
Well, no, yeah, just it was just. Maybe, and I remember reading the box. It was like connected to VR. What a mad sort of.
Oh, it connects you to VR.
Yeah, so you can connect that to your headset and you can watch like
Yeah.
360-degree
What's-
pornography on
What's
it.
the
Right.
name of it?
Sounds hot.
I don't know. I think it's called. I remember just reading male masturbator on it.
Is that right? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so funny. Just
Yeah, I was like, I don't need a machine.
What would
I'll
you
take-
call it if you was branding that? What name would you give it?
the male masturbator seems a bit rubbish. You know
Yeah, a
what I
bit
mean?
long.
You'd want like the Thunderfuck 3000,
I call it the web wank.
the web wank.
That's I don't know about that.
No,
What
it
would
just made me think of that when you were talking about VR headsets.
what would you?
I'm trying to come up with one. But while I'm coming up with it, why don't you tell us and the listeners who we've got on the show today on the podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good shout.
probably
Yeah.
get into that.
We should probably get into that. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's great talking. But yeah.
We've all overshared. Our guest for today, everybody, is Manchester comedian and very funny man Ben Silver, who is recently crowned the Liverpool Comedian of the Year. I was in the same final as Ben. I came runner-up, and he absolutely smashed it on the night. Very funny lad. Buzzing to have him on the podcast. Cheers, Lou. You can get your hand off my shoulder now.
Yeah.
And Ben also went to college with him.
Yeah, I went to college with Ben. We left college and sort of lost contact with each other. But then, I remember meeting him at a gig and being like, "I know you from somewhere."
Yeah.
I think he was like in the cool club at college. Like we both did drama.
Right.
You can do like the acting route, the dance route, or the musical theatre route. I chose musical theatre. He did acting. They were like the proper cool people.
Oh, no.
No, Ben's always been lovely. He's a lot cooler than me back then. I think he was pretty nice talking to me in college.
Cooler than you, funnier than Harry.
What about you?
I don't know. We've never competed or anything like that. We've just spoke. I seen him at a bus stop in Manchester Piccadilly about 3 weeks ago. So he just waved.
Yeah, he got the bus before you.
Yeah, it was a tram. But
But yeah, he's a nice lad and he's a funny guy. We're excited to have him on the pod.
Very funny guy.
He's got like a very he's got a very unique style on stage. I think. You know, he's like a likable creep. I think even he would agree. His stuff is
It's good job he's not here.
His stuff is creepy.
A likable creep.
He is.
That's like you.
Ben on
I want
stage.
you, when it gets to Ben being here, I
Tell
want
him
you
that.
to describe him. You've just described
A likable creep.
We'll see how he reacts.
That's like saying a likable racist. Oh, he's a racist, but he's all right.
Do you know like the idea of like the boy next door?
Carefully, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'd introduce him to the parents, stuff like that. Ben's stuff on stage is very surreal at times. And like that's what I mean. He does like weird faces and voices. He is a likable.
I think his videos online are so funny.
Yeah.
Casemiro.
Yeah, but I think creeps are elite.
Yeah. But you can judge for yourself when we have him on the
Whether he's
sofa.
a creep or not.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you had a wank machine in your suitcase.
Hey, it's not open. I'll bring it next week and show you.
All right. Okay. There's a hole in the box.
He's gone through the box.
I couldn't get open the packaging.
Yeah.
That excited.
So you're on the plane.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That was a bit of a long intro, but
I don't think it's long. I don't think it's long enough, if you ask me.
oh right, okay. So this is going to be all made up with Ben Silver.
Enjoy.
Really enjoy it.
It's all made up again. It's all made up again. It's all made up again. It's all made up again.
And we're back, everybody, with the brilliant Ben Silver.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Welcome back.
Thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
No, it's a pleasure.
In the intro, we were saying, the fact you won Liverpool Comedian of the Year.
Yes.
In the same final,
Yes.
isn't
I
it?
had to console him for a bit. He was crying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. You were second by 1 point.
Was it a point?
1 point, mate.
Oh, come on, he's just stopped crying, Ben.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
start
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I didn't know it was 1 point. I just thought it was
Mate,
just,
yeah.
I thought it would have been a lot more.
Just for context for the listeners and the viewers. So when you say you was both in what competition?
It was Liverpool Comedian of the Year.
Yeah, it was Hot Water Comedy Club's Breakthrough Act of the Year.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was some kind of voting system. It was like a mix of audience, industry judges, and whatever. But apparently, it was 1 point.
Do you know what the category was? Because I haven't got a clue.
What do you mean?
Because obviously it was 1 point. It must be like say if I got a point on like material, you got a point on reaction,
That was it. I think it was like stage
presence.
presence, material, or originality, or something like that.
What, did they have like a scorecard? Was it like?
They must have done.
Like
I think
a
yeah,
bell?
no.
Mate,
Was you in a ring?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, when was that? It was a couple of months ago, wasn't it?
November.
Yeah, and you won 500 quid, didn't you?
500 quid. Yeah.
Which no one knew there was a prize.
Now it's been pumped into the economy of Vietnam. It's propping up the economy of Vietnam now.
But one of the rules of the competition was if you ask if there's a prize, you're automatically out of the competition.
Right.
That's
Okay.
what-
Really?
Yeah, do you know what Binti say that? He was like,
You just forgot.
if people ask if there's a prize, they're out already because
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
this is about like wanting to do it for the love of the game. I didn't know there was a prize. I just
Was
thought
they selling tickets for it?
What's it?
Was the venue selling tickets for
I
money?
think so, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you should be doing it for the love of the game. Well, we, you know,
Imagine that, like FA Cup final. Don't ask about the trophy. Don't ask about the trophy. Not allowed to play.
Yeah. Lads,
No,
you're fucking talking yourself out of work here. All right, okay.
I'm not saying anything. I used to
shit
know.
yourself.
Yeah, if you're watching, I've got availability.
You are soft.
Yeah. And I'm surprisingly affordable.
What
we
was,
still talking about the comedy.
I've been in Vietnam.
so tell me about how they was actually grading it then, because I think you was going to say, was it?
Yeah, to be fair, I'm not too sure. There was definitely a little scorecard that they passed around to people, and there was like mixture of industry judges, audience, and maybe Binty and that, like the guy who owns the club.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think there were. I'm sure I remember stage presence, originality, and what did you say?
Audience reaction.
Yeah, audience reaction probably. That's probably the three main ones.
You went last, didn't you?
I went last.
Yeah.
You know what? This is the thing with competitions. It's kind of luck, really, because it depends on your placement or whatever. And obviously, I think we probably, even maybe you did a little bit better than me, but because I was fresh in their minds, maybe.
You had a really good gig, really good gig, and it was slick as well. And in the intro, and we spoke about this in the car on the way back. I said your stuff is very surreal.
Yeah.
Right. Like
absurd.
your vibe on stage is not the boy next door. Right.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the boy in the basement next door.
Fucking exactly.
Right. So a bit of context.
Shut the fuck up.
Let him speak.
If
Let me speak.
You said the boy in the basement next door, and I said in the intro, I said Benny's like a likable creep on stage.
And we were like, you got to tell him that.
And you described yourself as the boy in the basement next door because it's the faces, it's the noises, and
This is how I wanted to describe Ben. I wanted to describe Ben as a northern comic delivering tales of the human spirit through an absurdist kaleidoscope of impressions, misdirections, and sprawling vignettes. Having been on the Northwest Circuit for a handful of years and winning various competitions, he has garnered a reputation as a masterful joke writer and continues to be one to watch for the future.
Who wrote that?
You.
I think that was off Hot Water.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I thought that was a really nice write.
Was that Steve Bennett?
No, that I wrote that. I wrote that.
Well, it's bulletproof, mate.
And I think they just asked for a bio that gave them that. I fucking wish Steve Bennett said that.
That is an unreal bio.
It's better than what's it, likable creep, was it?
But it is.
Until he came second.
You're not unnerving to watch on stage, but you are different. You know what I mean? It's like the stuff you do.
No, for sure. No, it is. Yeah, it's bizarre, like mad shit. Because that's what makes me laugh. Really weird stuff.
Well, we were saying before about I can't think what
Casemiro.
Yeah, I was in Denmark with my mate, and that come up, and Casemiro, come on, Casemiro.
Yeah.
He's got chunky thighs.
Very good.
Yeah.
Finally, some quality at United. He's got thick legs. Yeah, no, it's so funny when he came to United because I knew that every United fan was just saying, finally, Casemiro. Yeah, do you know what? It's only got 100 likes that on Instagram, but that's my favourite.
Oh, it deserved more of that, doesn't it? Might have to give that a repost because that deserves more of that bit.
If you're listening and watching now, stop, go and watch, share, and then come back.
Yeah.
What was going to say?
But if you don't do that, it's nice if you stay and watch as well. Yeah. So thanks, Harry.
But is the clips something you want to get more into? Would you say? Because I've seen like obviously Tom Lawrenson. You do you sort of like collab with him quite a bit on the clips.
Yeah,
I seen one on the taxi driver one.
Yeah,
that was funny.
That was very funny.
No, it was good. Because so I'm friends with Tom, and we've got a similar style a little bit. Like he likes quite weird, absurd humor. All his bits are like made up. It's not like I'm telling a story that I saw or whatever. But so I would like to. The only thing is that with Tom, obviously he has to pump. He has to pump them out.
Right.
Yeah. Whereas me, I only do them when I have an idea that I'm really passionate about.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's actually more nerve-wracking to release a video on Instagram than it is to do stand-up now.
Oh, I believe, yeah, true.
Because it's more vulnerable because obviously with stand-up, like if you put something out, you get in that immediate reaction, you know whether it went well or not. And also you get the balls, the respects of the audience, even if you don't necessarily smash it.
And plus it dies in the room. If it goes well, it
no
stays
one
in the
remembers
room.
exactly. Whereas that if your video's stinking, it's just fucking on your profile forever.
It hasn't got like 20 likes in first minute, so you think fucking I'm about to repost that later.
Yeah.
But if I delete it, will people know that I posted it?
Yeah.
And then are they thinking like I'm trying to get likes? And it's like, oh.
And also people have given me for the one video that did well on my profile, people, once it turns into a public forum and over 200 people comment on it, people just forget that you're a guy then and just start giving you shit. Like,
yeah, we both got stories.
Yeah,
Go on.
so I had a clip just before Christmas that had like 1.6 million views,
Wow.
right? Which is
It's a lot of money that to spend on paid views.
you know, it's the biggest clip I've ever had. And it was a guy shouting to me, "Do you know a joke?" Right? And it's this back and forth of me being like, "Where are you?" Trying to figure
I think
it out.
I remember it. I think I've seen it, yeah.
And I had people commenting going, "It's a plant. He knows this guy." And then someone went, "Oh, it must have really bothered him because he got really personal." And I'm like, I've got. Why would I know intricate details about this guy's life?
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And then people arguing with other people in the comments,
Yeah,
being like, "Well,
beef
your
in the
wife's
comments."
left you," and it's like, just go to bed, just leave it alone. But that was going on and on and on. And then I've had people like comment on things being like, "I would have said this," and it's like, of course you're fucking lethal in the comments. You know what I mean? When you've had time to go. Yeah, just like, oh, fuck off.
Listen to this. I had some, so obviously, like, on that video, there's loads of comments, and then it died down, and then recently it flared back up again. People were having beef in the comments, like, whatever. But the original comment that I got, some guy put something like, "Dude, you're a dickhead, mate. You've got pronouns in your bio or something
About
like that."
you?
And I thought that he was talking about me. So I've commented going, come and meet me now, right? right, you know, giving him shit. Obviously I wasn't, but like, you know.
Meet outside his house.
Yeah. And then, you know, just for a laugh. And then I fucking went on it. The guy was sticking up for me
Oh, really?
to someone else.
Oh, mate.
And so I deleted it instantly.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Only joking.
Yeah.
Well, I meant meet me to kiss.
Yeah. So say thanks for looking after me. Yeah.
Yeah, when I did obviously Isolation Station, where I did that COVID rap, that went wild online, and then there was shitloads of comments, and then I had like lads in like the 30s who like thought what I'd done was like funny and cool, but because of the character I was playing, they didn't want to like fully commit to a compliment, so they go, "Oh yeah, that's a sick rap of that, fucking odd guy like, but like good rap." And then another guy go like, "Yeah, really good rap, proper gimp, but like," they just want to give me a compliment. And then I had men in the 40s just going, "Yeah, you need to get yourself a job, mate. You need to get yourself a job, mate." Just like private messages, and then
Private?
just DMs, just like,
Wow.
mental.
Any dick pics?
and I wish.
Oh.
People get fuming. That's when you know that the video's done well.
Yeah.
When people
Yeah.
give you a bit of hate.
I had one lad come to message me, private message, like, "You think you're actually an MC? You're not an MC, you're a smackhead crackhead."
Really?
You just MC'd me with your own
Smackhead
diss.
crackhead.
Smackhead crackhead.
Crackhead, laphead.
I did a crypto video for Unilad. No, Unilad used to make like original videos.
Yeah.
I did a crypto video with them, and no joke, for about 6 months afterwards, I had people messaging me asking me for advice on crypto. I got invited to speak at a crypto conference in Manchester because people thought I was like a crypto expert. But the video was just this dick going like, "Yeah, can I pay with crypto?"
Yeah,
and then like they were like, "Oh, Peter Kay's into crypto." Like yeah, They were like, I was like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah.
Again, sort of thing like, "Fuck off." Yeah.
Ah, crib.
But yeah, similar thing. Like it's mad, isn't it? Like, because people just believe it's you. Like that, they instantly believe that it's similar to thing like the Coronation Street thing. And I was saying the other week when I was like, I think I was like 10. My stepmom at the time was running the Great Northern Run or something, whatever it's called. And we saw Zoe Tate from Emmerdale run past, and my dad went, "Good luck, Zoe." Right. It's the same concept, isn't it? Like, she's not Zoe Tate. This is a person on the screen.
right.
At least you're supportive though.
Yeah.
Oh, you pull your hamstring. Zoe Tate.
Yeah. Should have pushed Chris down the stairs, you scumbag.
But it is interesting, like the comments you do get online. But I'm guessing the clip you're referring to is the routine about matching with someone online.
No. So the one I'm talking about is a video, like a little sketch that I did, and it was called UK Chavs.
Is this the? I'll take your chin
jaw
for
for
a
a walk.
walk.
Your jaw off, take your jaw for a walk.
All-inclusive holiday.
Yeah, exactly. So like, that one did well. It was weird because because I used to always think that, like, especially me and Ben are from the same hometown, like, from people from where we're from, like, they used to like threaten you, but used to do it very. They used to make up like a description, be like, "I'll take your jaw for a walk."
Yeah.
And that's such a it's like a great. If you wrote that in an English exam, it would be like very interesting. So I like extended that to be like, "I'll take your jaw to Blackpool. I'll take your jaw around Asia for traveling."
No, that's bang on. That's for Haywood. That's
like,
bang on right. Yeah.
So so it was in that one, and then people were going to me. Yeah, people were saying, "Mate, this guy's never met a chav.
Wow.
this guy, you know, all that side. And then one guy, I got one DM, and the guy just put, "You small-dicked dweeb gimp." Just that's what he put.
How did you know?
Yeah. Well, I said to him, I said, why are you going sick? And he was like, he said, you're just a cringer, mate. You make me cringe and all this kind of stuff.
Says the guy who's messaging me.
And it was interesting because that was my first ever hate or whatever. So I felt a bit of an affinity with him. I was like, because I said, you're actually my first hater, man. So like, I just wanted to know what the pathology was. And he was like, and then, you know, and eventually he was like, you know, I like comedy, man. He was like,
Wow.
yeah. He was like, he said,
He just wanted a friend.
And then you sent a picture of you to him, like,
yeah. Well, because he goes, I said, well, what comedy do you like? And he's like, I like Kevin Hart, I like Jim Carrey. I thought, Jim Carrey, you know what I mean? Like,
What's absurd?
he's a mad bastard. Like, so yeah.
Have you ever the jokes that you're putting out on Instagram and online? Do you ever take any of them bits into your stand-up routine? Have you tried?
I thought about trying to do that one that I've just been talking about in stand-up, and just because it actually did originally start as an idea to do stand-up,
like a bit,
but it was a bit too wordy. I couldn't get to the idea quick enough on stage because you've got to be very like you got to be there in 10 seconds to hold their attention. Whereas with a video, you can kind of people give it a bit more grace, I think, when they're watching it.
Are you still doing? It's just popped into my head. Are you still doing the Burko bit on stage?
No, actually, I tried to do it like
because it's sort of like not in public eye anymore. Really,
no, exactly.
is
That's it. It faded.
Did you ever see the Burko bit that he did? Is it John Burko?
John Burko.
Speak out.
When I used to watch you do that.
what is it? John Burko?
Yeah, John. So basically, he was during the Brexit, the big in like 2018, the big Brexit kind of how we're gonna do Brexit, and he was the speaker, and he used to do but he used to have this. He used to draw it out like a theatrical way, and when I did these impressions that I do, like just shit impressions, I used to go, I'm gonna do an impression of John Burko. And then he'd go, and then also he used to say, someone give me a heckle and I'll put you down in the style of John Burko. Because he used to be like very articulate, and he'd be like, if you think you can talk to me from a sedentary position, you know, like he had this, like burn. Yeah, exactly. He used to like murk people, but in such like a barrister way.
Right.
But yeah, like you said, it faded from the public consciousness, and you don't really know who it is now.
He's on the Traitors US now, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, so he might come back.
No, is he actually?
Yeah, I saw him.
What is he, like a judge or something?
No, he's not. They have like celebrity ones, so I think he's He's like,
Yeah.
You're a traitor.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Maybe John Burko could feature in our story.
Yeah, potentially. We might plant him in it. Yeah. Speaking of the story, I reckon we get into it.
I reckon we do.
So, this is going to be all made up with Ben Silver.
It's all made up, baby.
Ben, welcome once again to the All Made Up podcast. Today we are going to be creating a story together. Yeah. You're going to be the lead writer. We're going to be your assistants. In front of you can see 3 pots, one green, one red, one yellow. Green ones are our starting sentence, red ones are our ending sentence, and the yellow ones send a little bit of a curveball, swerve ball in between. Might take us in a different direction. But before we get into that, we're going to build our character. So first thing that we need is, what would you like your character's name to be in this story?
Let's call him Percy.
Percy?
Percy Apple.
Percy Apple.
Percy Apple.
Okay, and how old's Percy?
Percy is 19.
And are they a boy or a girl?
Neutral, Ben.
That's been clipped. Yeah, you're cancelled.
Every week I'm out.
Get rid of the mug.
He's out.
Well, Percy, I think he's a guy, probably. Yeah.
Okay. Right, 19-year-old guy. Is he? Whereabouts is he from?
He's from Appleton.
Appleton.
Nice. That's near Warrington.
Yes.
Nice around there.
Your knowledge of small towns
his
is
sister lives
ridiculous.
like close by to it.
Is there?
Yeah, it's near Stockton-Heath.
Does she know him?
Yeah.
Might do. Is there a good services near Appleton?
It's a bit off the motorway, really. So.
Right. Okay.
I suppose yours with your sister, so you don't really stop at services, do you?
Yeah. You what, sorry?
You go with your sister, like, so you don't really stop at the services.
Oh, I thought you said his sister has good services.
In my head, I was a bit like...
When I heard it through the headphones,
Listen,
when I heard it through the headphones, that is what he said.
Really?
That your sister has good services, and now he's going back on it.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Well, you know, she's
Find out in the edit.
Yeah.
Your sister's a lover. Your sister is a... She's a lovely lady.
Well, and she got good services as well. So, but
No, it's all right. So 19-year-old, lives in Appleton. What's he doing for a job, Percy?
Percy, he's out of work at the moment.
Right, okay. It's not long since been trying to get into work, though, I'm guessing, as well. Has he come straight from college, or...?
Yeah, so he quit college, and he's basically working in a butty shop. Oh, well, he was, but he's kind of in and out of it.
Yeah.
Taking a step back.
No, I like the idea of him saying to everyone, I work in a butty shop, but he just goes to the butty shop to buy his sandwiches. He's like, I work it. No,
definitely. That's it, because obviously sometimes, the bread, it needs,
Needs eating.
Yeah, exactly.
I imagine
Someone's gotta do
the
it.
staff there are asking him to stop clearing the tables.
Yeah.
They're like, you don't work here.
No, his dad said to him, dress for the job you want, not the job you've got. So
Yeah.
he's like, I'm going to go and I'm going to dress like I work there and start clearing tables.
Well, maybe Percy is trying to get a job, but no one's employing him. And he's thinking, I'm going to take the initiative. I'm going to start cleaning tables in the local butty shop, and hopefully they take me on.
Why did he quit college? What was he studying?
He was doing a joinery course.
Ah, right. And he just thought...
He thought, I don't want to make cabinets. I want to make butties.
That's fair enough.
So sandwich artist.
Yeah.
Maybe one day he's thinking Subway, but at the moment he's just going to have to go with the butty shop on the corner.
Yeah, he needs some experience. They've said to him, you can't work here until you've got at least 2 years experience.
Subway shot him down.
Listen, pal, I don't care if you've been making packed lunches for years. Right? Okay.
Have you ever made a footlong? Yeah.
You might be cutting sandwiches into triangles, right? But we're talking 6 inches and above in this place, pal, right? Meatball Mariana.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of herbs and cheese, son?
Yeah.
You ever heard of herbs and cheese, have you?
Yeah, they've never got
What's
it.
that? Chili. Wrong. Jalapeno.
It's mad at Subway, like, they convince everybody eating a loaf of bread's healthy.
Yeah.
I'll have a Subway, it's healthy. It's not, Dad. It's a 12 inches piece of bread. Eating a loaf of bread with all meat. That isn't healthy, Dad. Stop it.
That's it.
Note to you, Paul.
Right, okay. So he's trying to get into work then, would you say? He's trying to get a job.
Yeah. Like I said, he's trying to make his way into that butty shop, because we all know that it's it's a difficult industry to get in. It's like he's doing an internship essentially at the butty
Unpaid.
shop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unpaid.
He's trying to butter him up.
Yeah.
And right, okay.
Just whispering in the manager's ear.
Who is he living with? Is he still with his mum and dad?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I think he's got a half brother.
Half brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
And older, younger.
Top half, bottom half?
Just like imagine that.
Imagine, that'd be awful, wouldn't it? You described your brother.
They're taxidermy legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the legs.
form.
The legs from Wallace and Gromit's Ron Jazzy. That's his half brother, basically.
No, right, so living with mum and dad. Mum and dad, did they think he needs to aim higher? It's like, were they upset that he left college? What are you thinking?
No, I think that they're quite loving, supportive parents. I think that they just accept.
Yeah, find his own way.
Yeah, exactly. He's only 19, and he's an avid reader.
Right,
So
okay.
they kind of know that he's got an intellectual spark.
Yeah, just needs to
Right.
find something that suits him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the reason why he wants to be a sandwich artist is because he feels like he wants something that's less taxing on the mind, so that in his spare time he can really, be an autodidact and really learn about the world on his own time.
Yeah. That's why he's just making butties. He's like,
It gives him the mental space to do it.
Yeah, he's like Einstein up. Else he's making the butties as he's buttering the
Right, okay.
the Warbies.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So everyone else from the outside is thinking, oh my God, he's like a bit of a...
wasting his life.
Wasting his life, yeah.
But
But
he's a genius.
he's a genius. Do we know at this point what he's studying for or what he wants to accomplish?
Well, the thing is that what he's realised is that life, ultimately, whatever you achieve, you adjust to those expectations, and that there's no such thing as an end. For example, he understands that Brad Pitt, even though he's got all this money and wealth, a chocolate bar doesn't taste amazing or better to Brad Pitt than it does to the next man. So he understands that, I'm going to do something humble. And that's why he wanted to do carpentry, like Jesus originally.
Yeah.
Right.
But he saw all the the people who are in the joinery industry coveting money and everything. He was like, I'm going to somewhere that's a little bit even more humble than this.
And
a butty shop.
obviously at the carpentry place, they were like, you can't come in here with sandals on.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not wearing steelies. Right?
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
The man of the people.
So they said you can have sandalwood.
Yeah.
You're not allowed.
Get them off your feet, sunshine.
I'm honestly, Ben, you do sound like you've just been travelling around South Asia. Talking like that, yeah.
I like that though. There's
No, I like it.
layers to this
Yeah,
guy.
it makes sense. And back to his brother. Is his brother older or younger than him?
His brother's a little bit younger than him. I'd say 5. I think he's like 5 years younger than him.
And is he doing quite well, or is he?
His brother's in school.
Is he doing well? Is he doing well? At
No,
40?
like educationally, he might be
What
like
if his brother's the polar opposite and he's like bang into crypto? You know what I mean? He's got like, I imagine his bedroom being like 1,000 screens.
He's trying to live a much more less, like the opposite of being humble. He's trying to be, he's all over social media.
Ostentatious.
He's trying to build this big profile online.
Wears all his hats backwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's one of them guys.
Yeah, I like
He
that.
takes a lime scooter around the house.
Yeah, he's quite
Yeah.
entrepreneurial. His brother,
Business mogul, wants to be on Dragon's Den, wants to be like the next Steve Bartlett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got his own podcast. He talks to his friends at school.
Yeah.
And his half brother, and that's because they've got different fathers,
Right.
And his father, obviously, that's why he's different, because his father was entrepreneurial, and Percy's father was,
Creative.
Yeah, a little bit more of a philosopher.
Yeah, librarian.
Yeah, exactly.
All that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's reading books. He was spending all his time with them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
clever guy.
Yeah.
Okay, just a couple more, and then we'll get into it. Yeah. So, in terms of relationships, has he got a relationship? Does he want a relationship, or is that not? He's not fussed about that.
He does have. He's charming.
Yeah.
But he doesn't necessarily have, he can't really commit to any kind of relationship, just because he feels it's a bit futile. Yeah,
Yeah, they're like, do you love me? And he's like, well, what is love?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's a bit of, exactly.
And so, last thing, just so we have like a bit of a want and like a bit of an arc for this character, what do they want at the moment which they don't have?
Right. He's. Do you know what? Actually, he is actually ultimately looking for love.
Right.
I think. That's what really deep down he's searching for.
Right.
For the love of a woman.
Right. Okay.
Nice. Okay. That's absolutely.
Not a cat.
I love the fact you said that and then grip the head like, the love of a woman.
I love the little giggle after it.
A girl.
Yeah, hold the.
I know it's up to us whether or not he finds that love, or do you know what I mean, or something happens along the way. So, in one of the green in the green pot there for you, Ben. If you pick one of them at random, there'll be a blank. Where there is a blank, replace that with the name Percy. If there's not a blank, just read it out.
Okay. Percy is lethal with blow darts.
Okay, so Percy is lethal with blow darts.
So that's the start. Do you want to pick the end?
Yeah, let's pick the end. So if you pick one of the red ones up, and this is where it's going to end.
The fancy dress costume ended up getting them arrested.
The fancy dress costume ended up getting them arrested. I mean, that could be very good.
Yeah.
I reckon we go with that.
Yeah, I like that. I'm pretty sure Sam sent him, my mate.
Right, okay. The fancy dress costume ended up getting them arrested. So...
Right, I have an idea for the blow darts, just
Right.
as a starting point, right? We're saying he's looking for love, okay? Let's say he has read, like, so much literature on love, and he's looking for, like, a potion, right? And I think he's made his own, like, ointment.
Love dart.
Yeah, and he is, I love that. And he's
That's what they call me in school.
He's out and about, and everyone's like, is that a flute? And he's like, no.
Yeah. It poses as a flute, and and obviously because he's got a grounding in carpentry.
Yeah.
He can fashion that quite easily.
It's like a twist.
Does
Does
he say it's a flute or is it a vape? Like, what would be?
No, I think with the type of character that we've built here, he's quite a humble guy. I think he's quit college when he was doing his joinery course, but that doesn't say that he wasn't good at joinery. He could have been amazing at joinery. You know what I mean? I think he was very good.
Like I said, he quit because he didn't want, all the guys were like, I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to have a Range Rover in a few years.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh no, I'm more into the kind of
It's about the
meditative craft of it.
Yeah.
So he's whittled a flute, right, from the centre of a massive oak tree, right? Like, he's been,
like it's a whole tree.
Yeah, whole tree.
He's like,
Yeah,
were
no,
like-
but basically, it's a bit bad of him because he's wasted a whole tree to make this tiny
flute,
flute.
And
And he's not recycling the wood.
no.
If he's pissed on it and he's burning it.
he said like, this means so much because this was a whole life.
Yeah,
Stuff like that. That's
exactly.
what it means so much
This
to him.
took 250 years to grow,
Yeah.
and now it's
250 days to-
And 3 seconds to blow.
nice.
So, on the inside.
So he has a flute which he fires love darts out of, right? Okay, I think that's a nice little.
Yeah, so I think before that, how is he concocting this potion? You know what I mean? Has he read something online? How is it? Or he's read a book?
I think he's
Is it like an ancient scroll he's come across and he's reading?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like Greek literature or something. He's like there's hints within there that teach you how to make this. I don't.
Well,
You're the
maybe
lead writer.
Ben said that he's 19. So has he done like a year abroad or something like that? Has he gone to Asia in that year and sort of like found out a few new things?
Right.
You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
explored a bit, explored himself. What are we thinking?
Yeah, shot through
Yeah.
love darts.
Yeah.
I think that he's read about it, and his brother, although he's only 14, has been to Asia because he's such a
Yeah.
spark.
Been shooting videos out there.
Yeah, exactly. He's shooting
Yeah.
videos out there, and he said, "While you're over there, will you get me the sap
Yeah.
from this
Okay.
particular plant or whatever?" And and then he dries the sap out, and that's what he gets the potion for. Because he's read in this ancient
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
That
I really like the idea of that and the fact that you said he's over there shooting videos as a 13-year-old boy. Yeah.
He's doing a collab.
Yeah, I just imagine him on a beach being like, "You probably sat in your classroom, right? Here I am on a fucking beach. Okay,
Yeah.
she's old enough to be my mum.
He's giving millions to homeless people. He's going like, look at this.
you're in school, you're wasting your life.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Maybe. Like, at first, I thought these brothers were going to be like against each other, but I think they could be like decent partners.
They've got
but
a
they just
bit of an
look at-
affinity. Yeah.
They just look at life completely differently, but have a respect for each other in what they do.
Yeah, well, there's creative people, and then there's people who like. That's what like Edison says, really, like with inventors. Like Nikola Tesla was a great inventor, but an awful businessman. Nikolai, was it Nikolai? Was it?
Nikolai, but no, Nicola's his sister.
She was even better. She was even better than him. Yeah.
But I do like that. So
I do
he's
like
out shooting videos.
Yeah.
He's brung back this sap from what type of tree? Are we just going for like a standard willow
Yeah.
tree, or is there a name for it? Or
I don't know. Is it what's
I don't think it actually exists, but I think that there's some kind of.
we can come up with a name for the tree. That's all fine.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, he's
so
also
that's-
it exists.
The Aphrodite tree, maybe.
right.
Yeah.
The Aphrodite tree.
Yeah. Aphrodite tree. Yeah.
Here we
That's
go.
good. Yeah.
So I need the sap from the Aphrodite tree over in Southeast Asia. Can you bring it back to me, please? What's his brother's name?
His brother's name's Steve.
Steve. And what?
Also, they're not a 13-year-old now called Steve.
yeah. On YouTube.
Maybe Stephen. But what you call Steve Miss.
yeah. Okay, right. So I like that. He's shooting YouTube videos, brings it back, gives him the sap. He puts it in a love dart. He's ready to blow it. Is there a particular person he's trying to woo?
what if there's someone at the butty shop who he keeps seeing? You know what I
got his eye
mean?
on,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Is it a customer?
Yeah, maybe it's a girl that comes and like reads like really like
Yeah.
fancy literature every day, and he sees her reading in the corner, and he's just like
He's enamored with it. Well, the thing is, I think that what he does is he plays sweet music.
Yeah.
To a girl, and so she gets close enough, and then he kind of like, but each girl that when she gets closer, he's like, oh, not really into you.
Yeah.
And like you said, like this one girl, maybe is the one, and maybe what he does is that he doesn't want to abuse. He wants to find the true love. He
Yeah.
doesn't want to use the dart on her eventually, because he actually wants to charm her in the natural way.
Yeah. I like the
Anyway,
idea
go
of
on.
that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I like that. It's something that popped into my mind was that there's this girl, this customer who comes in and he quite likes her. And like you said, he's not sure whether or not... he's only got one shot with this dart, I think. He's got one
opportunity.
One
He
opportunity.
sees everything he ever wanted. One moment to let it slip. Down.
One love.
Yeah. And what he's doing is obviously he's crafted this flute, and he's like he doesn't know whether it he doesn't really know if it's going to work or not. So he's just like testing it out. And the girl's over there, and he doesn't mean to shoot it.
Yeah.
And he's just blowing, trying to play the music. Shoots out, misses her, and hits like this 50, 60-year-old bloke just behind her.
Yeah.
And then it's like he's got to try and then obviously navigate that situation where you've got this obviously like 50, 60-year-old bloke wanting
the
to
guy
be
who owns the butty shop.
potentially.
could be the guy that owns the butcher shop.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I like the idea of that. Yeah, so he catches a glimpse of this woman. She's coming to the butty shop, and he's like, she's nice.
Obviously, he's still not working there at the moment.
No. Yeah.
Swiping tables.
Yeah.
There's only one table in the place. It's not even a big butcher shop.
He's going, can I take your order, love?
Yeah.
Just handing it.
Yeah. She's like, is that a pen or a flute?
Yeah, there's nothing on the paper. He's like, it's a fake pen. It's like,
He takes her order and then goes and orders for both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was going to go myself, so I'll just get yours at the same time if you want.
Pause it. It's like a worker. Like, what is he wanting, love? What's that? Ham and cheese, no problem. Can I have a ham and cheese and
times two.
BLT, please? There you go, love. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Sweet. I'll bring the food over to your table. He sits down.
puts a candle down.
Yeah.
Middle of the day.
Maybe
Oh,
that's happened, right? So
Yeah.
they sit down and he's having a bit of a dialogue with her. She's maybe a little bit. They feel something, but he's nervous, right? And he forgets that he has the dart in the flute, and he says, "Oh, play the flute," you know. And she's like, "Will you play for me?"
Yeah.
And he gets it out. By the way,
no girl ever.
how big is this flute? Because we're all doing it very small.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've just come up with another, maybe a bit of a twist and a conflict. Oh, no, it won't work. He's too young. He's too young. I was going to say, he ends up talking to this girl, and he ends up like saying, "Oh, I've got this flute." And I don't know whether or not he confides in her and says that he's got like I've got this like love dart, but I'm really into you and I don't want to use it on you. I really want to.
I will.
I don't want to use it right. Well.
Yeah.
But and she's like, "Well, I really like this lad." And he's called Steve. But obviously, he's too young for that to sort of go down that route. Do you know what I mean?
But he's 15 now, isn't he?
No, I
Yeah,
think he's
it's
like
5
he's
years
like
between
6'2". He's got like a hairy chest.
Well, but maybe the girl is 16.
Right, okay. We're dancing on
Charmaine
the...
Della
To
Rosa.
be fair, it's a teenage love story, this.
Yeah, so
You-
he's 19, she's 16. It's the age of consent in the UK.
Yeah.
A brother...
Let's set it somewhere else. It'll be all right then.
By the way,
It's set in France.
Is this set in Manchester or where's this set?
Appleton.
Oh, Appleton. Sorry, Warrington Way. Yeah.
Right, okay. So maybe... I'm just trying to think of that conflict between she wants him, he wants her, and then obviously... I don't know. I'm just... Go on.
Well, I had it as that he sat at the table, plays the flute, fires the dart, and hits someone else, right?
Right, okay.
And then he's got to deal with that person. Like,
Yeah, so basically what's interesting is that as he's trying to woo this girl, this 60-year-old bloke keeps coming up going, yeah, you're all right, aren't you? To the 19-year-old lad, to Percy, being like, oh, that's a nice flute.
that's a nice flute.
Can I play your flute?
The 60-year-old bloke is also pretending to work at the butty shop.
They clean the same table, but they keep like crossing hands and they're cleaning like.
I think also Percy's a bit annoyed. He's been like move, like, you know, and he's like,
He's
this
like,
old
what?
man's like, I'm in love with you. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
So, because the dart's been fired at the old bloke. So we're going with that?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So...
I like the idea of her loving the.
Should we have a scene? Should we act out the scene? I think, right?
I think let's just establish the storyline and where it's going, and then we're going to do the scene. So,
Why don't we make the brother 16 instead of 13, just to avoid any legal ramifications?
but I'm thinking, for now, I reckon what we do is we keep the brother exploring the world. He's still doing his YouTube videos, okay?
Yeah.
We have...
I'm in Guatemala.
We have Percy, who is into this girl. I think we need to put a name on this girl. What's her name?
Olivia.
Right, so we've got Olivia. He likes Olivia, who comes to the butty shop. She's a regular customer, okay? He's had this flute, which he's been playing music on, but he's had a love dart in it, accidentally been playing the flute, and it's hit another bloke in his 60s, who is called...
Arnold.
Arnold. Right, okay. So the scene is... Percy is having a conversation with Olivia, just general chatting.
Wait,
and
can I change his name?
Percy's?
No, it's,
Arnold's, yeah.
Nathan.
Nathan, okay.
Do you know someone called Nathan?
Nah, just funnier name to me.
Right, okay. So we've got Percy at the table with Olivia. Obviously, it's just general chit-chat. He's trying to woo her a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe the blow dart situation happens in the middle of the conversation, and you are Arnold.
Okay.
Who ends up coming
Nathan.
to... Nathan.
Yeah.
Sorry, you are Nathan.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So let this scene play out, Ben, and then you come in when you feel necessary.
Okay.
So you're Percy.
Sorry, I'm Percy. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
say that again.
Percy,
Yeah, I'm Percy.
Olivia,
Yeah,
Nathan.
Nathan.
Right.
You two are having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blow dirt happens
okay,
in this.
okay, right,
Yeah.
okay.
So we're going to play out the whole scene.
Right, okay, cool.
Right, okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You enjoying that?
I am. Yeah. Thank you. Do you work here?
Not well. I'm not technically, but you know, I am part of. I'm part of the establishment. You could say that.
I just.
Imagine getting that answer.
I just.
What do you work here? You could say that. Why
just-
did you tell me?
I've every time I've come in here,
Yeah.
I've never seen you the other side of the counter. You're always customer side.
Yeah, that's because of my you know, because I'm a warm person. They want me in and about the customer. You know, I'm a hospitable guy.
Right.
You know,
Okay. And
you know that.
yeah, I found it strange the fact that you took my order and then went and got your own as well.
Yeah.
Are you on your lunch break?
I'm always on my lunch break.
Yeah. No. Well. Yeah. I'm. Well. What time is it? What time is it we're on?
I've got 12.
12. Yeah. I usually have my lunch at a different time, 2 p.m. usually. So.
Ah, right. This is the pre-lunch.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of milling about. Like I said, I'm part of the furniture.
Yeah.
Around here.
Maybe you notice a book he's reading.
Oh yeah, is that Meditations by Marcus Aurelius?
Yes, it is. You've got an eye for Stoic philosophy, have you?
Yeah, I love the old stuff.
Yeah.
That's the favourite.
Well, to be honest, you know, obviously I saw that you were reading stuff, and you know, looking for somebody. Well, I'm not looking for somebody, you know, but I just liked that about you. I thought that it was cool that you were into that.
Okay. And do I have an affinity? Am I feeling this?
Yeah, I think
I think
bit
you're
woo.
starting to feel it
Bit
now.
woo,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think Percy's tentatively rolling the flute in his hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
And, you play music as well.
You could say that.
Yeah.
That's his catchphrase.
Yeah, that answers the question. It's like in a police interview. Did you do it? You could say that. Yeah. Where's the body buried? Well, yeah.
Okay.
Do you know where it is? You could say that.
Because I noticed before you were playing a little bit.
Yeah. So I do play.
It's amazing craftsmanship.
Yeah, thank you. I did a joinery course when I was in college. So yeah, that's where you can see the finish on that is you know, pretty good standard.
Yeah. It's,
You get one of a joinery course.
I'm not musically gifted myself, but you know, I can appreciate musicians.
Of course, you like music.
Yeah, I like music.
You could say that music is music to your ears.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Quite literally.
And then
You could say that.
I think it's a bit of a side eye of like, hello.
He's not shot me yet. Has he shot me?
yeah, I think Percy demonstrates the flute. He just goes,
yeah.
I'll just play you a little bit, forgetting
yeah.
he's been enamoured, so he's just played it with forgetting that he's put a love dart in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to hear a little tune?
Yeah, give us a little.
Okay. So
This is Back in Black by ACDs.
Yeah. So. Oh.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God. I love musicians.
Thanks, mate.
Are you? Do you play?
By the way, I don't work here, so are you?
I thought you said you were part of the establishment.
Yeah. But I don't have an official role here.
Oh,
Not for guys like him,
Oh,
anyway.
you could say that.
Yeah. You've been listening to my catchphrase.
I have. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of what you've been saying recently. Yeah, it's So, do you come here often?
Yeah. Like I'm here every day.
Oh, nice.
What's your name?
I'm called Nathan.
Oh,
Nathan. I think I recognise you. I was your teacher at the I taught you joinery at college.
oh shit.
That took
Yeah.
a fucking turn. That took a fucking turn.
my-
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a random guy. It's like, no, I met you when I was in a position of power.
Yeah.
You might recognise me from our lanyard.
He's just been shot by a love dart, Harry. He's out of control.
Yeah.
Why
exactly.
do you always take everything to the trash?
I was just saying, he's definitely sliding his DBS under his table.
What you doing in here? I mean, I'm having a
I'm
bit
just
of-
getting sandwiched, but obviously I've just seen the most beautiful guy in the world. So
Really?
yeah.
That's very that's very flattering.
Oh well, I To be honest, I'd love to take you out for the drink. Be quiet.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not available at the moment for that.
So you're not available. So you're seeing somebody.
Yeah.
I actually need to go. I'm afraid.
Well, yeah. I think
Well,
that's-
don't go.
No,
right
I think that's a good idea.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
have to go. It's end of my lunch, so yeah.
Well, I'll see you.
Maybe you bail him out of this situation.
Yeah.
Oh, why? You need to come and check this out.
Didn't you say you were going to walk me back to my?
Yeah.
My scooter.
Yeah. My scooter.
It's a push scooter.
Did you say you were going to walk me back to my scooter?
Yeah, you're going to walk me back to my scooter.
Yes.
Oh, hopefully I'll see you again in here.
Yeah, maybe.
I've got a brass band. We're looking for a flute player.
Yeah.
Including woodwind.
Well, yes. Yeah, I can look into that probably for you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I might be busy, but
I just get really nervous around hot guys. Sorry. I'm going to throw up.
And then you leave, you stay there. Because I think that your character, Nathan, is someone in the background.
Yeah.
You know, for later.
I think as they leave, we're kind of like chatting, like, is he still looking? And like, you go, look back, and I look back, and he's through the glass, yeah.
And then Olivia scoots away, and he's just slowly jogging beside her. You know what I mean? They sort of like escape together.
Yeah.
And then I think,
well, what does he not get on the back of the scooter?
Yeah, I think they would share the platform of it.
Right, so he's like just like stood on the end of it, like
Yeah.
I'm on a bit like the push scooters you roll with your feet, not like an electric
I'm
scooter.
thinking an electric one, right? Okay.
But I was thinking a push scooter, and he's jogging
right.
next.
Maybe
to
he's got his hand on like a lower back. Do you know when you like teach your kids to ride? He's like, keep
Yeah,
going,
guiding
keep going.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
She's like, I can do it.
yeah. She's like, one foot is on the ground.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Anyway, the scooter way. I think that is a nice time to sort of like snap out of this scene.
Yeah.
And then we go into a prompt.
Yeah.
So if you pick up one of the yellow ones, Ben.
Yeah.
So at this point, we've got Percy and Olivia together. They've escaped the situation with Nathan. Nathan is currently out of the picture. So what does this yellow prompt say?
It says the sumo wrestlers began to fight.
The sumo wrestlers began to fight, so we've got to work that.
What if that was a first date?
Right, so he's asked her out.
Yeah, I'm just thinking as a
on to
suggestion.
watch,
yeah, it could be like he's on the scooter with her. He's like,
okay.
I love the way you ride.
Yeah.
I'm just it's a suggestion.
I like that.
No, basically he said, "Listen, I'm into Asian
Culture.
stuff." Yeah.
She winces when he first says that. Like, what are you gonna say?
Yeah.
I'm into a.
You know,
Yeah, you've known her 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm really into Asian culture.
Has he told her about the dart hitting him yet?
It's up to you.
Not yet,
Right,
but it's up
okay.
to you.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, because he would be like, oh, there's this sap, and that's what, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Oh, 'cause she was a bit freaked out by
no,
what
what he
just
goes, he
happened.
says, my brother's currently in Asia.
Right.
And he said the best thing to go and watch is 2 sumo wrestlers.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
yeah.
okay. There's actually a match going on in Manchester.
Yes.
There's actually
Yeah,
a Sumo
exactly.
Wrestling Confederation.
It's come to Manchester.
Yeah.
But it's
First time.
It's at the Albert Hall.
yeah. It's dinner ladies.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's they couldn't ship them in from Japan, so
Exactly. Just in the tabards.
yeah, it's 2 dinner ladies. Yeah.
Do you fancy coming watching?
Yeah, I would pay to watch that.
Yeah,
I would love to watch 2 dinner ladies fight.
Definitely.
Right, okay, so that's going to be like the first date. So are we saying that Olivia is interested in Percy?
I think she's probably open to it. I think she's probably like, he seems like a really nice guy. We've got similar things in common. Like, you don't have to commit your whole life, do you? Just go on a date.
Yeah.
But maybe he's like, she is the one. Whereas like maybe she's a bit like, well, I'll see where it goes. Whereas he's like, oh my God, this is the first girl.
That's it. That's how it happens, doesn't it? Usually in the dynamic is that the guy kind of chases initially
Yeah.
until she's seduced, and then
Yeah. Until she likes you and then you just pretend you're not interested for a while.
exactly.
don't
And then
you?
and then you go cold, and then she loves you even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we get you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So saying comments like, oh, that used to fit you.
What if, so like he goes back on the scooter with her, right? Gets off the scooter and says, look, I feel like it'd be nice to hang out with you again. Do you want to go and watch the sumo wrestling?
Yeah.
He then goes home, and I've got this like image of him kind of, it's a clear night, there's a bit of music playing in the background from this like scene, and he's just, a bit like lies on his bed, his head's back, and he's like, wow, and it's like, right, say they met on Wednesday, the date is Friday.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I've just had an idea.
Okay.
Go on, do you want me?
Yeah, go on.
So I'm thinking the idea is, obviously, he's enamoured with Olivia. He thinks, no, there's something about this girl. But he's shot a blow dart at Nathan. Nathan has obviously stalked them since leaving the butty shop.
Yeah.
Heard about the sumo wrestling date. Kidnapped Olivia. So when he turns up to the sumo wrestling, in the seat next to him is Nathan. And ultimately, it's one of them where Percy has to find out where Olivia is because she's been kidnapped, and it turns into sort of like this thriller psychological you know what I mean?
I thought that you were going to say? I thought that you were going to say that Nathan actually finds out about the sumo wrestling and goes, "What will win is heart if I compete." In the thing, and then they sit down and they see, is that Nathan getting up in the trunks? Or whatever.
And is he a big guy, Nathan?
Yeah.
I think I'll be honest, I think we're all basing it off me. So let's just go straight to the point, rather than beating around the bush.
Yeah, you can't do sumo wrestling.
Yeah, come on, let's not beat around the bush. If anyone's more likely to do it, it's probably going to be me.
He's heavy set. He's heavy set.
Can't it?
Yeah, but in comparison
you have
to
to reinforce it. We just confirmed it.
but in comparison to a dinner lady, he's still quite small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Cheers,
a
Lewis.
promising amateur.
Yeah.
Promising
Yeah,
lightweight.
it's not got the same reach they have. You know what I mean, when they're leaning over doing beans on your plate.
They've
extending
got
all
that
the time.
mechanism. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so they go to the date.
I've just got an image of one of like the dinner ladies punching a bag of flour,
Yeah.
like warming up.
Training.
Yeah, like doing the rice pudding, but like
With their hands.
and every so often there's like an image of the jam, and it's like blood to them. They're like,
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
That's funny.
I like that. Right, okay. So let's say that they're at the, what would you call it, sumo wrestling event.
Yeah.
They're at the event. They're sat next to each other, and then all of a sudden there's a bout about to begin, and they announce the first sumo wrestler, which is called.
Careful,
It's going to be a dinner lady. It's going to be the name of a dinner lady, isn't it?
Oh, okay. So Sue Miller.
Right, Sue Miller.
Yeah.
The Wind Miller. Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Nice.
And then we've got Nathan. What's Nathan's last name?
Norbury.
Norbury. Nathan Norbury.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Nathan Norbury.
I only do Marvel characters.
Nathan Knockout Norbury.
Nathan Knockout Norbury. What would you say, Ben? What would your suggestion be? Nathan.
What is Nathan's surname or his
surname?
His surname. Nathan. Flack.
Nathan Flack. And what would his sumo sort of like nickname be?
Nagasaki Nathan.
Right, okay. Just going against the dinner lady theme.
Yeah.
Just going straight into
completely
it.
Japanese. You know what I mean? Flack sounds almost Danish. But you know.
No, that's his fighting name.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Any advance on that?
I think I like Nagasaki Nathan.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So we've got them in the ring.
Nagasaki Nathan.
Yeah.
It's like a bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both in the ring. And then you said that he's tried to use this opportunity to sort of impress Percy in the crowd. So when they're wrestling, is he like looking up at him and like things like that?
He's literally as he's kind of on top of the other guy, you know, because he ends up being
Woman,
on top of the dinner lady.
He's fighting a woman.
Yeah. He's obviously stronger than her. So he's shouting, "This is for you, Percy.
Yeah. This is for you.
This is for you. Every drop of her blood is in your name."
Right. Wow.
He writes his name.
Yeah.
Blood.
But I like the idea of this being like quite a new event and like quite a nice event. It's like
He takes it too far. Yeah, he's like, she's already dead. Yeah, he's like,
Bring me another.
I like the idea of him just like, because obviously sumo wrestling, it's only pushing
You're
each
trying to throw it out of the circle.
he's got a knife.
He gets her down and executes her.
Yeah, 100%. I think even after she's passed out, he's done arm bars on both her arms, right? And like she's, do you know in Stranger Things when they're like twisted up like that? She's been vecned.
He gets a steel chair.
Yeah.
But he's like, obviously he's doing it in his head in love.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's the dirt that she's gone.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, is that because he's actually, you know, not only GBH, but like, you know, may have even, you know, really almost murdered these dinner ladies.
Yeah.
The thing is that he's actually under duress, isn't he? Because, you know, because he's
Yeah.
So actually, Percy is actually responsible for these murders in a sense.
Yeah. So that's very good,
Sorry,
Ben.
say that again.
So because Percy's done the blow dart, because obviously in the end the police are going to do blood tests on Nathan and find out that he's got this substance in him.
Right.
And then they're going to find out who, and then so basically he's not capable. What do they call it? Culpable for his actions.
There's two ways I think you can go with that. Then there's two ways you can go with it. Route one is he's got to find an antidote, which means hooking back up with his brother.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Take two. What was it? I just had it in my mind. It was.
He's got to take Nathan out himself.
Yeah, no. The tracing. They're like, oh, this substance can only come from like the Aphrodite tree, and like there's only one person who we know from Appleton who's in Southeast Asia at the moment because of all the publicity he's putting online. And that's,
hey guys!
Yeah. And
they see the Aphrodite tree in the background of one of his videos. Perhaps.
So I think
one of the videos is how to drain. On TikTok, he's done like a how to drain.
How to drain love potion from the.
It's gone viral. It's like.
So you've got two ways. I think the first way would bring him reconnecting with his brother, and we've got to try and he's got to work with him to get the antidote and send it over. Or
but in this room there are. Is it like a pile of dinner ladies that he's just disposed of?
The organisers of the event have no welfare for these dinner ladies and just keep sending one after another.
Marcus Rashford is going to be furious.
It's done. It's done. And he's like holding up a body above his head going, it's not over until the fat lady sings.
And he goes, sing!
Yeah. And she's like, screaming,
just ripping hairnets out of his hands. I will not be stopped.
Yeah, but like you said, every death is on Percy's hands, and he's thinking this, and
it's starting to dawn on him as he's watching it.
At first he's thought, oh my god, he's an odd guy.
And also, whilst this is all going on, the rapport with Olivia is building. And
trauma.
Exactly. The trauma bonding.
Well, Olivia's in danger as well because, like, in effect, like every girl is a threat now.
Yeah,
she wants.
She's a dinner lady.
Yeah,
she's a lady, and I'm sure she has served dinner at some point.
Yeah,
so.
she's a lady.
Or eating it.
She's a lady, and he's taking her to dinner.
Yeah,
so it's the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So Nathan at this point is just in a frenzy of like, I will kill any body or anyone to get to Percy.
Yeah.
So is the next bit of the story the fact of Percy going to Olivia? Do you want to go out, take a trip to Thailand? Or do you want to go and take a trip to go and meet my brother?
Yeah.
No, I think he tells her, I think he's honest, I think you need to come with me because it's the only place you're going to be safe.
Yeah, I don't think it's, do you want to take a trip? I think it's, shall we flee? You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, should we book a holiday away? It's like, we need to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, we need to leave quick. He started eating them. You know what I mean?
I think that he comes clean and tells her the whole thing of what happened. He says, and she actually finds that, because the drama, the excitement, the kind of... the nature of the criminality of it turns her on. Yeah, she thought he was just some little geek who reads books or whatever,
and pretends.
And now he's a mass murderer.
He pretends to make sandwiches. That's what she thought.
Yeah, now it's Charles Manson now.
Yeah, exactly. So she's like, oh my god, that's so hot. And then she agrees to come with him to Thailand to try and find the antidote.
Right.
She doesn't want him to go to prison because as their rapport's been building, and now it's the conflict of. He's either going to go away for a long time, never see her again. So as this is building, his demise is also. So it's kind of like,
I like the idea, but maybe this is a really, really out there idea. But maybe when he's been fighting the dinner ladies, he's sort of like submitted them, and then he bites them, and so he's sort of like put a bit of venom into the dinner ladies. And so Percy's thinking, if I get this antidote, I can not only save Nathan, but I can also save all these dinner ladies who've been executed at the...
So it brings them back to life.
So it brings them back to life. It's bringing them back to life, or they have now got the venom inside them, and now they're on a killing spree, and it's going to multiply. Yeah, it's like an epidemic.
Yeah. It's like a zombie. Yeah.
I think that's going somewhere. Okay, I reckon they're at the airport. Mm-hmm. They're gonna fly to... Whereabouts in Asia did you go, specifically?
Let's say they're going to Laos.
They're going to Laos, right? Okay, so they're at the airport, just about to go to Laos. Let's get one of the yellow ones in again, Ben, and we'll fit this in.
Cool. No one knew they were a spy.
No one knew they were a spy.
What if his brother Steve's a spy? I'm just thinking as a, his channel is obviously reaching a lot of people. He's 16. He's traveling the world.
You could have that. You could have Olivia as a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Olivia,
in what capacity?
in the sense that why is she? Obviously, you said that she's got this sort of addiction to criminality. Like, is it not odd that she's got this? Is she addicted to it because she is a spy and she's like an undercover cop, or like?
Yeah, so like the police have told her you need to follow this, you know, down like as far as it goes, because she's like, I need to get out. He's a, you know, whatever, and they're like, no, you need to follow this to its
To its end point.
Could
Go
even
on.
be like The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
The spy who loved me. Yeah,
So maybe she's falling for him. You know what I mean? And it's that idea of like,
oh shit,
yeah,
yeah.
she actually there's another target which we're not aware of, but she's meant to be keeping an eye on that, and has become preoccupied with this fake sandwich selling man.
Yes, because there was reports of like Aphrodite being imported to the UK, so she's been keeping an eye on it, and now she's got to again follow it to the end.
Because obviously
Yeah.
it's like highly illegal, I'm sure.
yeah. The Aphrodite. Yeah, it's number one.
Yeah.
It's number one. Like,
it's that and then heroin.
right, yeah. So I like this. So I think this is starting to make sense in this really mad world, in the sense that the Aphrodite, there's been rumours that the Aphrodite has been imported to the UK, and that's why she's a spy looking out for like. But how is this happening? She happens to go into this butty shop and meets this lad who's pretending to make sandwiches, and lo and behold, he's actually part of this whole.
Or like blow and behold.
Blow and behold, I like that. Investigation.
Yeah.
At this point, they're at the airport just before going to Laos. They're flying over, and she's in a bit of a conflict. It's like, do I bust this lad, or
do I bust? Do I let him bust on me?
yeah? So I reckon for her,
She's actually like 29. yeah, just to make it safe.
I think it's one of them for her where it's like, well, if he manages to get the antidote, then everything's fine.
Yeah.
But if not, I'll have to turn him in.
Yeah.
So she's sort of hoping that he gets this to work, because if not, then she has to put him down.
Yeah.
Well, they have to get the antidote as well,
They have
because there's an epidemic going on.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Back
they
in the
have
Kind
year.
of have to save the world, basically.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love how this has turned into like an apocalypse story. This is good.
Yeah. This is like the greatest story of all time.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So where is the little brother at this point? They've just landed in Laos. Where's he doing a video?
I think someone's picked them up at the airport.
He's in the
with
VIP area. No, go on. What were you gonna say?
No, yeah, I was basically the same thing. Like he's got like 18
A limo,
women around him. Like open the door, it's just like pit bulls playing real loud, like a hotel room.
Oh,
He's like,
so he's in like a car, like
limo, I think.
Yeah. So like he's picked him up luxury
That's
wise.
yeah.
And I think his brother thinks that Percy's come out to see me with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But realistically, he's like, get rid of all the champagne and the women. We need to find this antidote or whatever.
Actually, just get rid of the champagne.
Yeah. Keep the women. For
What
a
about the
little bit.
confetti cannons, man? They had a good vibe.
Yeah.
Confetti cannon in a limo.
Yeah.
Yeah. The driver's fuming.
Yeah, t-shirts being fired.
Maybe there's that sort of like conflict that takes place between Percy and what's the brother's name again? Steve. Where Percy's like, Steve, you need to take everything off your social media.
Yeah,
like, and
following us.
You need, and obviously to Steve, this is a massive issue
It's
because
his career,
that's his career. So maybe we play out that conversation. You're playing Steve,
Right.
and you're playing Percy, and you're going to have the conversation. This is in the limo.
Okay.
You've just come and picked up Percy and Olivia, and you're having you can be Olivia.
No, I've got an idea. So I think this is happening like a petrol station. So I've got an idea for when they go back to the limo for something that's happened.
Right, okay, well, you keep that in the back pocket, let this play out. So, Steve, Percy, you're telling him, take everything down off social media.
Yeah, so, obviously, you've got 1 million subscribers now.
Yeah.
You've hit that
Pretty lit.
benchmark. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
The only thing is that, the sap that I asked you to get, it got into some guy, and he's raging, basically, and it's spreading fast. And basically, the world is going to essentially end.
Can you tell him what the venom is actually making Nathan do back in the UK?
Yeah, so basically, he's in love with me.
Wow.
Yeah, you wouldn't, you're a young lad, but basically, love is a very potent emotion, and basically, what he's doing is he's killing anybody to get to me. He's killing, he's killed 14 dinner ladies already.
Wow.
Manchester School Services.
I'll be honest, mate, bro. Since you've arrived, you're really killing the vibe.
Yeah, I know. I know. But you know,
I'm in the limo with the girls.
yeah, they're very pretty. You know,
They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. All of them. All of them are gorgeous.
But what I'm going to need you to do.
You're right.
Essentially, the police, they basically, obviously, because remember you did that video with the Aphrodite. It was a big hit.
It was. Comment section lit up.
Yeah. Now
Someone cussed me on my pronouns. I was like, dude, chill out.
Yeah. I saw the likes ratio. It was brilliant, right? But what I wanted to say is that unfortunately, the police are going to think that you are
The supplier.
the supplier. So what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to basically cancel your channel.
Can I not just take that video down and not cancel the entire channel because monetization, dude, who do you think's paying for all of this? You know, the bottles are popping and they're going to keep on coming, right? That sweet ad money.
Yeah.
Do it with me.
No,
Sweet ad money.
definitely.
Do it with me.
And
This is Harry in 2
Do it
years.
with me.
Yes.
Sweet ad money.
it feels nice,
It
but
does feel good.
what feels worse is millions of people dying. So basically, well, yeah, to be fair, you can just take that one video down.
Okay. Right.
However, they're going to see that you've been doing videos in Lao, you know,
Yeah.
all around popping in the VIP. Is that how you say
yeah,
it?
popping and locking.
Yeah. So basically, you need to cancel your channel. But because you're such an entrepreneur, you're such a young guy, you'll be able to build that up. What?
Right.
In a couple of years?
I take the video down, I save the world. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay, and then I can do a video about saving the world by taking the video down.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Okay, not a bad idea.
Yeah. Think about it. It's the redemption arc that you're going
It is
going
the
through.
redemption arc.
I think. Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, how good looking are these girls?
I like the idea of you having braces as well. I think that's just cracking me up. But also, obviously, taking the video down is one thing, but now it's like getting the antidote. You know what I mean? It's where.
So what I didn't mention is that, you know, we need to find, because obviously you know that with any plant, you know, the poison, there is always an antidote to go there, and it's always near the.
I was told it was actually it's in the root. It's in the you have to dig to get into the root.
So you know this already?
Well, yeah, just the guy that helped me take the sap out was saying that kind of to reverse it, you've got to go down, almost like in on yourself, you know. But
I can't be doing over here in South Asia.
Yeah, well, I'm very much going out on myself. You know, I like expanding.
Yes.
Okay. Then I think you hear a scream like a ah, and then go back to the limo, and the doors are all open and they're all dead.
Yeah.
Nathan's arrived.
Yeah.
Oh, so Nathan was in the cargo.
Yeah.
He was underneath the plane.
Nathan's killed them all.
It wasn't even in the cargo. He's hanging on the fucking wheel.
Yeah.
Just with his underpants on. In his sumo underpants.
Yeah,
All the way to Southeast Asia.
and isn't this guy in his 60s?
Gripped.
For 10 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
That's love.
He's gripped onto the wheel like that. Legs are wrapped around it. Arms are wrapped around it.
Yeah, so they're all dead. He's like, oh my God, these beautiful girls.
So the landing gear, he got on the landing gear when it was about to take off. He's been sucked up into the plane, and then as it's landed, the landing gear's come down, and he has been on the wheel, and as it's hit, he's like ran off.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit the ground running. Literally.
Yeah. Right.
Having like sprint.
Yeah. Yeah.
300 mile an hour.
Do you know when they say if you jump off something, you should do like a roly poly?
Yeah.
Yeah. He does that, and then he's, you know.
Yeah.
Took out a small town.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all the beautiful women that I was talking about. They're gone.
Yeah.
No, I think, like Ben said, they've had this conversation. They're with Olivia.
Yeah.
They turned, looked, Hummer limo. All the doors are open. All the dead bodies, and then they've sprinted and ran away, or got into a little taxi and got off.
Yeah.
Get me to the Aphrodite. Get me to the Aphrodite.
Yeah.
And it's a race.
Oh, there's two mopeds, and he goes, and the brother goes, throws money at them.
Is it?
And he goes, we're taking these. And he's like,
what's the last line? Sorry.
No one knew they were a spy.
No,
No,
that was
the red one. Sorry.
the fancy
Oh
dress.
yeah, sorry. The fancy dress costume ended up getting them arrested.
Right. So what if to disguise themselves, they acquire fancy dress costumes, right? I'm thinking if we're building towards kind of wrapping this up of him getting to the tree, they what's like the classic? Do they do fancy dress in Southeast Asia?
Yeah, I mean,
I was thinking you could keep it simpler. At the moment, you have got Nathan who's still in a sumo wrestling underpants, and maybe it's like mocking Asian culture.
Right.
And
for
so
a white
like
guy to do
for
that.
a white guy to do that, and obviously he's chasing these through Asia, through Laos. So when we get to the climax, maybe he gets arrested. He's the person who gets arrested for sort of mocking the culture.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's it. Simplifies
I think go with that then, yeah.
Right, okay.
So they're off.
Yeah, but I think he gets arrested. But I think it would be after he's had the antidote and
Exactly.
he kind of comes to a little bit. And And then they go, "What are you doing?" And it's a bit, it's a bit more of a trivial thing that,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, go on.
So let's build up to that then.
Yeah,
so I like what you said, Ben. I like how they've just threw money at these two people.
But the brothers like filmed it. He's gone like
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
taking these.
Olivia is on the back of the moped of Percy, maybe.
Yeah.
Arms around the waist.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're going fast. They get Aphrodite. How do they navigate it, Ben? How do they get there?
I think he just knows. He's like...
The younger brother knows.
Yeah.
He's been there ages.
Yeah, he had it saved on say 3 words, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like the 3-word app.
Right,
And
okay.
he's like, bike, scooter, horse, go. And they
Yeah.
that takes him.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they go to the tree.
Because he's so good at social media that he can both. He's live streaming it and
Yeah.
also got Google Maps up going. It's
Exactly, yeah.
That's
I'm
how-
driving him
Guys,
over.
we're in
I think he's got
Laos.
2 phones actually.
Yeah, he's showing off his legs.
Yeah.
Being chased. Yeah, lighting up in the comments. You say my helmet looks shit. Yeah, well, so's your fucking profile. Right, okay, yeah. We're making our way to the Aphrodite tree. Some guy's chasing my brother. He's a fucking nutter.
We've got Katy Perry wants to join me live.
Yeah, exactly. As I say, buy high, sell low, whatever it is. Right, I reckon they get to the tree. I think he like... Do you know when you used to ride your bike as a kid and you might get off it and just let it keep going? I think they do that with the peds, right? And he's like straight off. And it's like, if this is the main road, I think it's just, it's like shockingly close to the road. You know what I mean? It's not like it's there.
No, I think they get to the tree, right? And like you said, it's in the route. The antidote's in the route. Race to the tree. Right, I need to get to the route. I need to get to the root of the tree. I need to get the antidote, but I can't dig with anything. And Olivia goes, The flute.
Yeah.
The flute. Gets hold of the flute, and he's like, this was whittled from
An oak tree.
like an oak tree. Like this, it's so precious to me. I don't know whether or not. And she's like, you're gonna have to do it. Like you're gonna have to do it. And then he just starts obviously digging at it. Gets
That'll be harder than digging.
yeah. But
Just take your hands at me. Like,
it's poetic, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I like
it's
it,
poetic.
Yeah.
Digging away at the root of the tree, and maybe we have that sort of scene where Olivia goes, he's digging away at Percy, he's digging, and Olivia goes, Percy, and he's going, what? And she goes, Percy. He goes, what? I'm trying to get this antidote. And she goes, I need to tell you something.
Oh, am I?
You're playing Olivia,
Yeah, Olivia.
and this is Percy, and you're about to come clean that you're a spy.
Right. I didn't know when to tell you or really how to tell you, but considering the circumstances we're in, I feel, it's probably important for you to know. But I'm actually a government agent. I'm a spy.
Wow.
That day, I was in the butty shop. I'd heard about this import of a love potion.
So, all this, the chemistry between us, is that real?
It is real. Definitely real. I feel...
I don't know whether I can trust you.
Okay. I get that, but I'm
This feels like a conversation that you've had.
I get that, but I'm coming clean to you that if we make it out of this, I'd like to seriously give it a go.
Okay. Well, let's sort it out. We need to get this antidote, or none of us are ever gonna thingy. But listen,
I'm just going to up the stakes a bit. Obviously, you're getting chased by Nathan at this point. He's getting towards you, so I think like the stakes need to be higher. It's like intensify the conversation.
Get that fucking root out the ground now.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, we'll do.
Let's get this antidote in him, and then
we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I think they see Nathan in the distance, and they're like, we need to slow him down. And the brother goes, I've got it. And he goes, all right, followers, here's my location.
Yeah.
And then they all arrive, and Nathan's like fighting through thousands of people. That's what's slowing him down. He's like, I can do it, and he's like, hey guys, I'm here.
So he holds his phone and says, "Followers, unite!" Right,
And then they all arrive.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, they converge and start stopping Nathan.
So Nathan's like fighting them all.
And then they're digging away. They eventually get the antidote. They've just got it. They're like, yes, saved. They pan, turn, and Nathan's got his brother Steve above his head. And just
he's about
snaps
to.
he just snaps him in half.
and crypto comes out of him.
No, I just like the idea of him like just being killed, like he's been their saviour, but Nathan's got to him just before the antidote
Right,
arrives.
he's at it.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think that's a great image.
Right, and then obviously they've got to get the antidote into Nathan as well.
I think at this point they've fashioned like a shard.
Well, I think the only way to do it is for Percy to chew the root of the thingy, get the sap out, and then he has to
Kiss him.
Yeah.
to give him the antidote.
That is so good.
And Olivia, is the one who says, "This is what you're going to have to do," and he's like, "Well,
I feel I'm cheating.
I want to kiss you," and she's like, "Well, I'm not infected."
Yeah.
And then that's how he delivers the antidote to Nathan.
So he runs over to Nathan, puts lips on him.
And he goes, I've had enough of this. It's too much killing.
Yeah.
And I actually kisses him, and it's weird for Nathan because obviously, like Nathan, this is all Nathan's wanted. But then once he gets the antidote, he's like, "Oh,
What
is it
that kissing scene initially starts off like with Nathan so intense, right?
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, what's his name?
Percy
is like way more intense. And if anything, Nathan's lips have stopped moving. You know what I mean?
Percy's like,
He doesn't know how much he has to deliver.
Yeah,
with the
exactly.
antidote.
He's like, he needs more. And he's like, Percy's got his eyes closed and Nathan's wide open.
I kind of wish his brother was still alive so that he could like be winding him up, going, "Remember, look, you've got to. It's not just the mouth. You've got to do the penis as well." It's like having banter.
He's not died then.
Right,
He's not died.
Yeah.
Just for
I
that
think
moment.
he's just been horrifically injured.
Exactly. He's like on the ground, he's like still got a bit of cheeky, banter to him, even though he's like paralysed. Maybe he's just paralysed. His back's broken.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, obviously, the realization for Nathan is now in low.
It's like Hulk.
Yeah, he comes to.
Because of the follower shout out, obviously that's caused a lot of chaos on the roads. The police have got involved. They've come to sort of see what all the fuss is about.
It's like 1,000 guns on him.
They've seen that Nathan
He's in a sumo.
in a sumo costume,
Yeah.
kissing a lad,
Kissing a man.
kissing a man,
Yeah.
obviously mocking the culture of sumo wrestling.
Yeah.
And that is why the person in the fancy dress got arrested.
Yeah.
I think we've nailed that.
Yeah.
I think what a story that is. Ben Silver,
definitely.
well done.
Thank you. No, it was very, very enjoyable. I'm actually thinking about I might actually write that screenplay.
Can I play Nathan?
Yeah. You're shooing for Nathan. I'm going to find someone different for Olivia.
I think we should come up with a name for this because it was a good story. So,
Yeah, I reckon so.
yeah.
definitely.
What ideas have you got here, Ben?
I think it should be called I've got to get flute this.
Yes.
Right.
That is very good.
So quick as well.
Yeah, off the bat. Oh,
But how did you find it?
Do you know what? That was really fun.
Yeah.
I was like, it was like when you're a kid and you're coming up with,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like your own Bond movie, basically.
Yeah.
No, it was great.
I felt like we were in safe hands with it, but you can just go in any direction, can't you? Different to any type of pod.
No, it's great. It's great. And also, I was thinking like this would be a good way to come up with an idea for a film.
yeah.
Have this start and you know what I mean, and like because you're not constrained by the pressure of having.
Then goes Hollywood, Ben.
Yeah.
It's just like the thing of like just throwing ideas out there and being like, yeah, and just rolling along with it, and it sort of forces yourself to come up with stuff because the amount of times you try and write something and you can't because everything is just so vast what you can choose, and this just filters it down. What I wanted, Harry, is like the usual recap, which we haven't done for a few weeks. Can you do the recap?
I can't if I can remember too much of it.
No, go on. He does this thing right where he can do a recap of the story, and it is so good. Go on.
It's a big build up, that mate. It's more like
Comic this.
So what's his name?
Percy Apple.
How many times have you asked this last name?
Percy Apple, local of Appleton, philosopher, introvert. all-round good guy. Looking for love, he masquerades as a sandwich artist in his local delicatessens.
So a sandwich artist, he cleans the tables.
Don't interrupt him. Let us get his floor.
Clapping eyes on young love, what's her name? Olivia. He spots her from across the restaurant, approaching her, asking her what butty she would like for lunch. Ordering himself one, he sits down with her. They engage in conversation. She says, "Is that a flute you're carrying?" He goes, "You're absolutely fucking right." He picks it up and plays a tune, blowing what he didn't know to be, well, he did know, was a love dart into the neck of 63-year-old Nathan. He's 63 and he's in his 60s. Yeah. Approaching the table with all the charisma of a fucking sex offender.
I try to be honest.
He is too confident with young Percy and tries to pursue him as a potential lover. Quickly, Olivia and Percy make their escape on a scooter, him guiding him, her with his hand on her lower back. 2 days later, they attend a wrestling match for sumos and dinner ladies, not realising that Nathan has arrived in the ring, breaking the back of Linda, Barbara, Deborah, and every other Angel Delight.
And Janice.
Yeah, and Janice. Hairnets everywhere and tabards covered in blood. Percy realises things have hit the fan and has to make his way to Lao. Meeting up with his 16-year-old brother, Steve, internet sensation and entrepreneur, all about that sweet ad money. He realises the sap that this poison dart has been dipped in, the antidote, is in the root. I'm running off fucking fumes. Running off fumes.
We believe in you. Come on. You can do it.
That's a good recap.
Quick on the heels.
Yeah, quick on the heels. Nathan arrives in Lao, breaking the back of 14 beautiful women. They throw money at the locals, accosting their mopeds and riding off into the hills of Lao to find this tree, the Aphrodite tree. Olivia confesses to young Percy that she's in fact a spy and has been looking for this tree for many, many years, making sure it doesn't land in the British Isles, causing havoc, which is now done, and now they're in Lao. She says, "Dig to the fucking root with your flute, man." And we'll deal with our love afterwards. He digs to the root. He finds the root. He puts it in his mouth. He chews it up, getting that sweet nectar to the point that its intoxication can neutralize. Nathan's rage that he feels in his trousers for young Percy. Percy claps his lips on Nathan, tonguing him passionately. And the antidote runs through Nathan's veins all the way through to the tips of his fingers to the bottom of his toes. After about 30 seconds, he realises his errors, but is still being passionately snogged by Percy. It's then that the Lao police officers whack him in cuffs and say, "Listen, pal, you're wearing a sumo's outfit, and that is inappropriate attire."
Oh my God, fair play.
Yeah, it was.
That was good. That's one of your top ones.
It's mate, it's hard. It's really
That's
hard.
a good recap, though. That was good.
Yeah.
You pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, if you just got the names, you'd have...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I remember the whole story in all that details, even the hand, but not Percy.
Yeah. And so bad with names.
Yeah.
But great with the narration.
Oh, thank you.
I reckon, before we wrap it up, Ben, what's your @ on social media? On your Instagram, where can we find you?
Ben Silvery on Instagram.
Right.
That's my main thing, really. So
right.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram.
And gigs coming up, can find you just here and there?
Gigs coming up. When's this going to be out?
A couple of weeks.
Latest 2 weeks.
Latest 2 weeks, yeah. So I've got some stuff to plug. Carl Porter, I'm going to be doing shows with Carl Porter.
Carl and Friends.
Carl and Friends.
Nice.
March 31st in Brighton. March 28th at the Lowry.
Nice.
Salford. March 29th in Liverpool, Hotwater. March 30th in Bristol. So come to that if you think you're sick.
Smashing. Well, we'll put that. We'll put like the ats in the links of the descriptions and things like that as well. But wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah. Thanks very much for watching.
Where can they find us, guys?
Oh, yeah.
At AllMadeUp Pod.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed this, please do tell people. I've enjoyed having you on, mate.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank
Got to
you.
get you on
Thank
again.
you again.
Come back again.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, look after yourselves. See you soon. Thank you very much for watching. This has been AllMadeUp with Ben Silver.
Thank you.
It's all made up again.